Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining. Um, Today's fly catches lots of fish on all still waters, small and large, and fishes throughout the whole season. It's a tungsten offset tri-tailed damsel. Great pattern. You can fish it on floating lines and control it very slow, or if you've got big depths of water you can go down your sinking lines and fish it as well on that. So all round it's a great fish catcher. So we'll get on tying it. Now the hook I've got in the vise is a Full and Mill heavyweight champ, and it's a size 10. Now we tie these down sizes as well, down on 12s and 14s if you want to go small for the really little ones on the still waters. But it's a great pattern. The movement from the bead and the colours in the tail really attract a lot of fish. Now the bead I've got in the vise is a tungsten 3.3 offset bead, and it's in burnt orange. This is a lovely colour for like heads of damsel patterns. It's lovely. I'm going to show you in a minute. You can see it's like some people call them teardrop beads. Now they've got a large hole at one end and a small round hole at the other. Now you can put it on either way. This one, I've got it on through the actual big hole is at the front. Now if you can, I don't know if you'll pick it up on the camera, but the cocktail sticks in the round end and the concave bigger hole is at the front. You can hopefully you can see that. I'm not sure if you can on the camera, but anyway, that's it. And it's going to sit when it's fishing. It's going to sit like that, and this offset bead gives it a fantastic swimming motion. So we'll get on tying the bead onto the front of the hook. So the thread I'm going to use is brown. It's called dark mocha brown centerfly, and it's an 18. So we've got to get that bead in position. So we'll tie on. I'm going to just tie it onto the top, get it tied in. Cut that off. Now I want this bead, the concave bit sits nicely into the eye as well at the front. So we're going to tie it and make sure it's sitting nicely on the top, in line with the, I'll check it, in line with the eye. So we'll make a little ramp and keep that into position so it doesn't move. So we'll go down towards the bend, just putting a bit of thread down on the shank. Now I'm going to go slightly round the bend with this because the tail I'm tying in goes slightly round the bend, so it's for the movement and it doesn't get fouled. So where the bead is now, I'm just going to put a little dab of super glue on there, turn it over and put a touch on there, and that's going nowhere. That'll keep that in position. Now the tail on this fly is it gives it a lot of movement, and it's 3 different marabou feathers. You've got brown, and then you've got golden olive, and then you've got medium olive. Now this makes up a nice tail, and when it's swimming with this offset bead, it gives it a fantastic motion. You'll see it when you move it. It swims like a damsel, really attractive to fish, catches a lot of fish. So we'll take just a small amount. We don't want loads because we don't want the tail too thick. So we'll take about 1/2 inch of the brown, and we'll snip the end off and then pull the fluff out. We'll get down here and we'll tie this on the shank, tie it in. Now with this fine thread, you're not making huge thickness of the body, you're keeping it fairly slim, which is what you want. So that's just slightly round the bend, and then we'll come up, tie that in. Now the next one we want is some of the golden olive. So again, just about ½ an inch. So we'll do the same, cut the ends off, pull the fluff out, and then tie that onto the top as well, tie it in. Bind that down. And then the last one is the medium olive. So we'll take a bit of that. Same again. Same procedure. Cut the ends off, the raggy ends. Pull the fluff out. And then just get that on the top. Bind that in, making sure it's on the top across. This is going to be, when it flies fishing, this is going to be on the bottom, so because it turns upside down. So tie that in, bind it down. Now what we can do, we can pinch this off here, just with your finger and thumb, and that's what tail. And that's what it'll go down to when it's wet. Mixture of colours in there. It's nice, it's not, there's no flash, it's just a mixture of natural colours in there, and it'll fish that way on. So that the brown will be on the top, the olive will be on the bottom, and that'll give you lovely movement. So what we do now is, for the body, we're using some of this, and it's straggle legs, and it's in lichen, which is a lovely olivey type colour. So we'll take a bit of that, and we're going to tie that in along the body. Start behind the eye, tie that down towards the tail, and then we're going to start wrapping. This will give lovely effect on the body, like legs. And then we'll get up to just behind the bead, and then we're going to put a different colour in just for contrast behind the bead. Gives a lovely effect as well. So we'll tie that in there, cut that off. Now the next one, for the thorax part of it, again it's straggle legs, but this time it's in brown. I love these, I've used these before, really nice, gives a good effect. So I've got a bit cut off here, I'll just tie that in this side, tie it in, it's going nowhere, and then we'll just rib this around. This will give you the contrast between the green and the brown for the thorax. That's it. Over the top. Pull that back. Round your bead. I'm going to put a bit of just a touch of super glue on that thread. Bind the bead. And just finish it off. Cut that away. And then cut this off here. There you go. There's your nice tail. About two lengths of the body. Gives it great. It'll fish like that. Gives you great action in the water. You've got all these lovely fine legs, like a damsel pattern. So like I say, fish it on different lines. Roly-poly, short jerks. Really nice. So tie that up. You'll catch plenty of fish on that, do it in different sizes. If you like it, please don't forget to hit the like button. It's important to the channel. Check my other flies and fishing videos, please. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers now.